Alright, back to this game. It's been a few weeks. Busy as a bee I have been. Sorry, eating a grape. So, I have come to a decision over these weeks. I was getting really tediously tired of wandering around. Actually, no, maybe I didn't make the decision, but I was getting really tired and tedious of running around, so I kind of need to take a break from this game. And I still got so many of these stories I gotta do, right? So I'm honestly debating if I would prefer to just, I would honestly just prefer to not worry too much about getting every single story I can to the thing. But I do want to learn as much about each of these characters as possible in each of their chapters and stories. So I'm still going to do that and try to, like, do mistakes on there, but I'm not going to try to, like, exhaust every single option. Unless I absolutely have to, but, you know. So when last we checked, I think the next person on our list was Rose. Let me check that. So yeah, Althea, August, Bertha, Cassidy, none of those guys are finished. I finished Franklin, Pullman Porter, I finished Dupree, I got Jimmy, I got Little Ben, Mason, Quinn, and I also got Ray. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 more people to talk to. So let's go finish that up. Hey Rose, summer flies and August dies. Summer love.
Well, hey, groovy to see you again. I guess I spilled it all about my childhood last time we talked.
You did, I just can't remember it off the top of my head.
If you want to hear about the good old days and the hate, I can tell you something about that maybe. But I want a good story in trade.
I cannot guarantee that.
I share, you share, dig?
I can do that.
But anyway, know any good sad ones? Keep it real, though. Something sad and real.
Sad and real. I will not tell you something sad and real. I will tell you... Let's tell the little girl who worked as a mechanic repairing trains before her 13th birthday. I honestly don't know if any of these are actually even,
Huh. I don't get it.
I didn't think you would.
I still found family there. They were hippies still around, or others like me who wanted to be.
Fair.
We held on to each other for dear life, and they were some of the best family I ever had. Anyway, you got any good sad ones stored up? I guess I want to cry a little.
More sad stories, eh? The Invisible Gunslinger, sure.
Sounds like a bad trip.
Possibly.
Everything changes, of course. That's what life is. But couldn't it have held out for just a bit longer? Couldn't they just let me see that beautiful, colorful riot where we showed the world what it could be?
Probably not.
Anyway, you got any good, hopeful stories about the world becoming a better place?
Many, but I will tell you the story about the wandering man murdered by his romantic rival.
What, do you sit around all day making this crap up?
Yes, I do.
Taking trips. They used to trip on acid, that was the thing. The tests and Kesey and Leary and pretty much everyone was traveling the outer edges of the universe. When I got there, it was trips down deep, dark holes. Pills and horse and all the downers.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But anyway, let's keep it grooving. Tell me something funny.
Tell you something funny, eh? The haunted store that lured little children with its music. Spooky.
Oh, shut up. That's not scary at all. The past. It was come and gone, and it was still all anyone could talk about. I met a lot of people who had lived it, whose memories of that time shone bright and colorful like the summer sky.
I see.
That was almost worse than never knowing it was real. So anyway, got any good ghost stories?
Anything scary or weird? Let's tell the story of the turkey who fell deeply in love with a human man. I actually don't remember half these stories. It's been a long time.
Sounds like we're on different grooves with that joke stuff. And I fell in love, sure. I was ready for it, ready for love with a capital L. I found a cat with long hair and a bus and a friend on the Dead's road crew.
Nice. The Grateful Dead's road crew? Fucking awesome.
We hit the road not too long after. But of course it didn't last. Well, I gotta get going. We'll keep it grooving, friend. Life's short. You gotta love the time you're given.
Please don't be too far away. Last time I saw you, you were like up in Oregon.
I'm still sad I missed the summer. And I think I always will be. But I've been trying to find some of that feeling for myself. Trying hard for a long, long while. Look, I'll tell you about it some other time.
Oh, thank God.
I'm going this way. Maybe we'll run into each other again.
Oh, thank God. He's not too far up. So I want to start heading northwest up towards that area. But first, stories. Okay, all the stories I have in here are the correct types I want. Just need to... I want to get rid of Franklin's tale if I can, though. I can't. Let's see. What about August's tale? Oh, all of the stories in this section are also fully done through. Interesting. These are all the last ones. Okay. So let's keep going this way then. Follow up this way. There we go. I can steer in the distance. Whoops. There we go. Come on. On we go. Come on. Probably a thing that shows me the upgrades for some of the stories too on the way. There you go. Off we go. Probably cut this out as we go to Reno. Site of the famous Reno 911 TV show, which I thought was really funny when I was a kid. I don't really know if I'll think it funny. I probably shouldn't have been watching it as a kid, though. Just saying. Alright, let's see what it says for this one. Black heart. Woman in extravagant hat and coat. A group of hangers-on. She's obviously high class. Transatlantic accent. A story about Sharp-Eyed Jack, who could kill a man from 10 miles away. The story of the invisible gunslinger. I don't know how those two correlate, but fair enough. Oh, 1 second. There we go. Okay. All right, Rose. There we go.
Well, look at you. Lucky we keep crossing paths, right? I never finished telling you about what happened in the hate when I got there. When I missed the summer of love.
Aw.
I don't know. Not a happy story. But I guess it's not too bad in the grand scheme of things.
Sure enough.
So anyway, got any good ghost stories? Anything scary or weird?
Probably, but that's not what I'm going to tell you. The cops who went to war against strikers in Minneapolis. And that might be scary for you.
What, do you think that's cool? Sounds more like you made it up.
Not to mention it's about police officers breaking up rioters and protesters.
And leaders. No one was in charge anymore. The diggers were gone, the switchboard shut down. Owsley closed up shop, the airplane took off, and the BNs weren't anymore. Here's a few lost souls wandering like ghosts in the fog. But anyway, let's keep it grooving. Tell me something funny.
Funny. Eagle who watches over travelers from the sky, or the teacher who... No, the eagle who watches over travelers from the sky, because the other one, the flock of sheep thing, sounds kind of funny.
Huh. Sounds like some kind of dumb movie. And luck did have everything to do with it, yeah. Maybe it was the only time that could have happened. Maybe the stars aligned just right. But I have to believe it's possible. That we can all get along and love one another. It wasn't just luck. You know, I'd love to hear a really good scary story.
Scary story. Maybe. Let's tell the story of the scores of animals dying left and right at Runster Circus.
Huh. Sounds like some kind of dumb movie.
Possibly.
Traps didn't catch me. I dodged the snare of the hard drugs, thank God. Found someone who gave me grass and acid before I found the ones pushing the pills and the needle.
That's good. Nothing wrong with grass and acid.
Otherwise, maybe I'd still be there, huddled in a doorway. So, you seen anything really hilarious out here?
No, but I can tell you the story of the horse with the disgusting human parasite.
Oh, shut up. That's not scary at all. It sounded like heaven. Everyone coming together. A true community. Helping each other. Love. Expanding consciousness. Stopping the war. It was all there. But anyway, let's keep it grooving. Tell me something funny.
Funny? No. But I can tell you about the man who, the story of the man with the midnight wings in the Northwest.
Sounds like a bad trip. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose, right? We had nothing left to lose, I thought. Altamont killed hate and scattered us all to the winds, and I thought the worst had happened. I hope that was an interesting story. I don't have a lot of people ask me about what the hate was like. Maybe they feel like they know from the news, but they don't. I bet you have a lot of stories like that.
Oh, yeah. Decades, centuries worth.
So you're gonna have to tell them to me next time, okay? Where you heading next? I'm catching a ride this way. Look for me, all right?
God, you have a long-ass area of travel. Alright, now we're on chapter 3 of her story. That was quick. Share this bus stop with an old man who shifts from foot to foot, thumbing his suspenders and watching the passing traffic with anxious focus. Let's see. The young man murdered by the girl with whom he eloped, confusing himself over and over again. It's a twisted version of the wandering man murdered by his romantic rival. Drastically changed. Alright, so I want to probably cross the mountains. Yeah, let's cross the mountains here. And then move south. We're on we're on her chapter 3 now, so probably a good idea then to shift out some of these stories that have been told. That I have. There for White Rider. Let's see. Turkey for the violin con. Eagle for the rodeo around San Antonio. Journey. Caught. Man with the midnight wings. The woman communing with wood spirits. Murdered by a girl with whom he eloped. I'll take that away to give for Casey Jones, the fastest railroader in America. Little girl, this girl, the murdering twins who cannibalized their third brother. Ooh, forgot about that story. That's in that one. Whoops. Wanted to keep going. Sharp-Eyed Jack for Lloyd, the amateur coroner. The scores of dying animals for the cookhouse where sinners work off their debt to hell. The cops for the town where grifters have ridden out of town on a rail. Haunted store for, I guess, the dust creature that blew in on a storm and haunts an old school, because I don't got anything else I can use for that one. Alright, let's keep going. Because now I have a fresh slate, or should, of stories that Rose hasn't heard before. So it should be easier to deal with, to do that. Let's see. Come on. How far down is she again? Oh, boy, she's a long way away. There's got to be an easier way to get down to her. Maybe I can hitch a ride down a little bit. No, those cars look like they're going up, not down. Ugh, that's annoying. That is annoying. I just want to have an easier time getting between these people. No. One-way traffic, apparently. Come on. I can see her in the distance, too. It's just really far away. This is why I'm not as concerned anymore about getting everything. I just want to hear their stories at this point, so the more of their story I hear, the more I'm happy about that. I'm kind of sad I only got to hear 10 points for her chapter 2, but whatever. We're almost there. In there. Almost. I always screw up the rhythm game at some point. There we go. Almost. There we go, come on. And there we go. Los Angeles. What do you got for me, Rose? Chapter 3, The Golden Road. Does she transform?
Hey.
Oh, no,
Long time no see, fellow traveler. You're lucky. I'm bored and I'm itching for someone to lay a story on me.
Okay, so she has a chapter 4 then.
I told you about hate and how I missed the summer and walked right into the fall, right? You want to hear about following the dead?
The Grateful Dead?
It was a few years of bliss and acid. Then I found its problems. So anyway, got any good ghost stories? Anything scary or weird?
Anything scary or weird? Let's see. The High Priestess. The man who swam into the ocean to escape his troubles. Got that one so long ago.
What, do you sit around all day making this crap up? In the future? I guess the long, strange trip will continue. I can't imagine when it'll ever end. The music will never stop. You know, I'd love to hear a really good, scary story.
Scary story. The teacher who turned a rowdy class of children into a flock of sheep.
Huh. I don't get it.
Most people don't.
Look. I was so lucky. For a while, it felt like a charmed life. Here it was, everyone sharing, getting along, traveling together, and sharing this music. It was smaller than the hate scene, but wonderful. But anyway, know any good sad ones? Keep it real, though. Something sad and real.
Sad and real. The women communing with wood spirits.
Look, let's keep it copacetic. Don't tell me that fake happy stuff. Oof, it really drives me nuts. It was freedom. We were free. Still. That's what we wanted, to be freewheeling like Bob.
Like Bob.
But freedom was hard. Not tied down means no roots to anywhere or anyone. But anyway, let's keep it grooving. Tell me something funny.
Something funny. The story of the former Wall Street tycoon who became a bearded... No. The Curse of the Nightshade.
Sounds like a bad trip. Love. Well, there was lots of talk of love. We all loved one another, it's true. There was heartbreak all the time. Cheating and lying and guilt and the other pieces of love.
Mm-hmm.
So, you seen anything really hilarious out here?
Anything hilarious? Probably not. I can tell you the story of the lights in the desert which abduct travelers.
Oh, shut up. That's not scary at all. Travel was a big part of it, yeah. Always, constantly on the road. Town to town, show to show. Sometimes the band would take a few months off, then you'd crash somewhere for a bit, work some gigs. Here's the sun. That brings me back. We used to talk all night long when I was following the dead, too. That's what I think I was really looking for. Community. People to share my life with. It wasn't a perfect solution, but I loved the life. I'm headed this way. Keep an eye out for me, okay? Maybe we'll share a fire again soon.
Sounds good. You're a lot closer this time. You are much closer this time, and I approve of that. Or I think you are. Yeah. Yeah, you're back in back in Vegas. So just keep going into the desert. There we go. There we go. Come on. There we go. Alright. Anything to evolve over here as I get closer? Doesn't look like it, so I guess we're gonna keep talking, Rose. Oh, no, there we are. Come on. There we go. See, something about a story. The story of the wood fairies who helped rid women of the evil in their lives. Bones of it from your experience of the women communing with wood spirits. Yep. So, fully awakened. Their third eye has awoken. There we go.
Hey, you again. How you holding up? We had a good long talk last time, but I never finished telling you about what it was like to follow the dead. For a while, that was the life. For a while. They say nothing good lasts forever. But maybe the reason it didn't last forever is because it wasn't as good as we thought, you know?
Maybe.
So anyway, got any good ghost stories? Anything scary or weird?
Anything scary or weird? Possibly, but I'm gonna tell you a story. No, not that one. Let's tell the story of the secret farm for the downtrodden.
Look, let's keep it copacetic. Don't tell me that fake. It was a family. We called it a family. We still do. You can recognize each other if you're hip to it, even off tour. We have our symbols and magic words. So, you got any really, really wild ones? Anything exciting and strange?
Let's see. Let's see. The story of the crone who can seduce any traveler.
Oh, come on. That shit's so fake.
Honest to God, it's true.
It was like a portable heaven that packed up every few days and moved on. At least at first. Eventually, you have a bad trip. Your van leaks, you don't get tickets for months, your friend gets stabbed.
Jesus.
The grass ain't greener, and the wine ain't sweeter. Anyway, you got any good hopeful stories about the world becoming a better place?
Yes, I do, but I don't want to share them with you because I'm an asshole. I'm going to tell you about the beautiful ghost who haunts the women of a hotel.
Sounds like a bad trip. As for our morality, well, there's definitely shared principles at the shows. You share what you've got. If you get a miracle, you try to make it come around for someone else. You take care of each other. If you see a bad trip, you help them through it. But anyway, let's keep it grooving.
Grooving with a funny story, which I will turn into the story of the serial murderer peddler who tested his poisons on unsuspecting customers.
What, do you think that's cool? Sounds more like you made it up.
I might have. You never know.
It changed over time. The band did, of course. Keith and Donna Jean joining, musical experiments. But the heads did too. The hard drugs started showing up again.
Uh-oh.
You know, I'd love to hear a really good
Scary story, you say. Oh, back. Sadness. Pros that weave the stories yet to come.
Look, let's keep it copacetic. Sadness. The saddest thing was that the real world followed us in, you dig? There were still fights, there was jealousy, people ripping off shit. We were a family. But families have problems too. Here's the sun. That brings me back. We used to talk. That's what I think I was really looking for. I'm headed this way.
Oh,
Keep an eye
God.
out for me, okay? Maybe
God.
we'll share a fire.
God, your route is annoying. Rose, your route is fucking annoying. Let's go. Almost. Come on, let's go. Go. Probably gonna edit these out for these later videos because this is tedious. And we're here. Welcome to Reno. What story we got? There we go. Motormouth. The little girl who is as strong as a grown man. It's the little girl who worked as a mechanic repairing trains before her 13th birthday. Good. Third eye is awoken. Rose, what you got for me this time? Golden Road.
Hey, you again. How you holding up? We had a good long talk last time, but I never finished telling you about what it was like to follow the dead. For a while, that was the life. For a while. They say nothing good lasts forever. But maybe the reason it didn't last forever is because it wasn't as good as we thought, you know?
Possibly, yeah.
So, you seen anything really hilarious out here?
Hilarious, maybe, but I'm gonna tell you the story of the enchanted place where lost things are found.
Oh, come on. That shit's so fake. The past. Sometimes you drop out of the scene and realize that the straight world thought you were the past, that the hippie scene was dead and gone. But while you were there, it was timeless. You know, I'd love to hear a really good scary story.
Scary story I might give you if I don't have any other things I want to show. The woman who, little girl who raised a monster with love. Is that scary to you?
Sounds like we're on different grooves with that joke stuff.
Oh, it's a joke then. Yay.
Home. Well, eventually I missed the idea of having a home. A real home. Not a van or a tent. A place I could put down real roots. I had a little girl on the way, and I wanted her to feel like there was somewhere she belonged.
Oh, interesting.
But anyway, let's keep it grooving. Tell me something funny.
Funny. I'll tell you the story of the girl who, the witch girl and her kitten familiars.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I figured that at this point, like, there's not many more I can do, so.
Joy for me. There's nothing like being in the crowd at a show. Dancing and spinning and feeling all that energy around you. It's the purest connection I've ever felt. Especially if you're all tripping.
Makes sense.
So anyway, got any good ghost stories? Anything scary or weird?
let's talk about the cookhouse where the sinners worked off their debt to hell.
Oh, wow, that's scary stuff. You are really good at telling these.
I mean, I ain't one to brag.
Traps? There were some. Caught on a limb, right? How do you make a life in a home when you're always traveling, following a band? I needed some roots. Then someone turned me on to the Back to the Land crowd. But anyway, let's keep it grooving. Tell me something funny.
No, that's not right. Let's talk about the story of the town where grifters are... No, the story of the corn farmers who started worshipping a pagan god to save their harvest. That's not funny, but...
Oh, shut up. That's not scary at all. Leaders. Even though we were followers, the band wasn't really leaders. They just made the music. And together we made the scene. Well, it's been a while since I told anyone all those old tour stories. Thanks for listening, stranger. I like remembering those days. I'm headed this way. Got a ride to catch. Maybe I'll see you around again.
Going to LA. Alright. Rose's Search. Chapter 4. What's her chapter 4 called? Chapter 4. Crimson. Ah, that's probably where a lot of people died. Okay, so the story of the immortal vagrant defended by an eagle familiar. It sounds a lot like the story of the eagle who watches over travelers in the sky. That's good to hear. So let's change some things around now. The man who ate only molasses. Switch out. Oh, I never did anything for those ones. Crone who can seduce any traveler. For the horse of the disgusting human parasite shelter with a sun. 2 bandits who hypnotize their victims with song. The Curse of Nightshade for the girls who search through haunted houses. Flock of Sheep for Fortune Teller. Swam from his troubles for the man whose songs can move man whose songs can move mountains. The beautiful dark ghost story for the man who sought to eradicate every trace of his dead enemy, even his horse. Would be the fairies for the man with the midnight wings in the northwest. She already knows that one. Gang notorious for blowing up prisons. I don't think she knows that one yet. This one has 2 that she already knows now. So the lights in the desert which abduct travelers for Walken Willis. And Joe the Pullman Porter, who's changed by the strange shapes Americans will take in the future. Murdering cannibalized children, secret farm of the downtrodden for the girl who saved chickens from the stew pot. Little girl who raised a monster with love for music echoing off the red rocks in Denver. And the serial murderer for suicide cult of acid heads led by a charismatic man. Next we have the cookhouse for... Another one. The man whom the witch children transformed into a dog. Let's see. The corn farmers for the maritime strikers murdered by the police. The lost things found one for the haunted store that... No, she don't know that one. Musician who turned transparent. The crows that we time for the man who was possessed by the ghost of his dead brother. Alright. Now we just head across to LA. And let's see what her form takes. It's gonna be it's probably gonna be an interesting form, to say the least. But we'll see. You gotta turn on my AC real quick. Getting a little overheated in here. Alright, Rose. What do you look like? Chapter 4. Faded is the Crimson. Oh, the giant flower.
Well, hey there. You're getting to be a familiar face. But it's weird. I can't remember what you look like when you're not sitting right there. You ever meet someone like that?
I am that someone. Let's see. So she's a flower. She's specifically a rose, like her namesake, with the stem being made of a spinal cord, with a spine and bones sticking out, with attachments that are the skulls of, it looks like, family members or people she's known, soldiers, hippies, people who have died in the summer of love, in the fall, and the dead.
Anyway, I guess I should finish the story. Tell you about the commune and bring you right up to the now, or whatever this time is I'm in. Sometimes it doesn't seem like reality, you dig? I'm stuck in time, maybe, like that one cat in the book. So, got any good, hopeful stories? Anything about what the world should be?
The faceless woman who drowned her children. That's what it should be like.
Sounds like a bad trip. Change. It came pretty slow. Things changed only with the seasons and seeing the kids sprout up like trees. There wasn't any bread to buy anything new, and after the first few years, precious few people came or left. You know, I'd love to hear a really good
Scary story. No, I'm going to tell you the story of the maritime strikers murdered by police. A sad story.
What, do you sit around all day making this crap up?
Yes, I do.
Leadership? No, I'm not in charge of it. We're a collective. It sort of means no one has more power, but of course some people care more than others. It all works out, though. We make decisions, even if we argue about them for a while first. So, you seen anything really hilarious out here?
Nothing hilarious, but I can tell you about the musician who began to turn transparent as his friends forgot him.
Come on, don't be a drag. That's not true. The past. Well, lots of people say that we're living in the past, but we're actually trying to create the future. The future we all saw so clearly back then. Anyway, you got any good hopeful stories about the world becoming a better place?
The man who robbed banks... no, not that one. The murdering twins who cannibalized their third brother.
Oh, shut up. That's not scary at all. Family. Yeah, they're my family. We all take care of the kids and each other. If we bicker and fight, sure. But it's so nice having such a big family to watch each other. So, got any good, hopeful stories? Anything about what the world should be?
No. I'm going to tell you a story about the shantytown where every citizen had simply ludicrous dreams.
Huh. I don't get it. Trapped? Yeah, I think we're mostly trapped by the rest of the world. People just care about money and cars and business. But then I guess they would say we've trapped ourselves. We talked the whole night again. I've got to get ready to hit the road. You've probably got a long way to travel too, don't you? I found my kind of good life, but I can tell you're still searching for yours.
Just a smidge.
Maybe our paths are gonna cross again. They tend to do that a lot, don't they? Keep looking for me on the roads.
Sounds good. Alright, now to get the hell off to... Where does this train lead to? Because I need something that leads me... I'm gonna get story... Does lead me closer. Fuck it. Nah, it basically leads me the same direction, so let's just keep going. Let's just keep doing the loop, keep doing the rotation. And off we go. Almost. Alright. Let's see how far into your story I can get this time, Rose. There we go. Across we go. I can see Bertha in the distance, too. At least I think that's Bertha. Faded is the crimson.
Hey, friend. I knew we'd run into each other again. You got a way of turning up. You want to hear more about the commune? Sure, I can tell you. I'm so grateful I ended up there. But it's hard work. Harder work than most people realize, I think. So anyway, got any good ghost stories?
Ghost stories, perhaps, but I'm going to tell you the story of Casey Jones, the fastest railroader in America.
What, you think that's cool? Sounds more... Travel. Well, I still travel from time to time. Go to shows, visit friends, or just roll down the road to shed some of that moss. Every time I hear of a place where the dream lives on, I go to check it out. That's why we keep running into each other, I guess.
True.
You know, I'd love to hear a really good scary story.
No scary story for you, but sad story of a farmer who denied an apple to an angel, so God punished him with rot.
Come on, don't be a drag. That's not true. Sadness? Yeah, I'm a little sad about it. Sometimes I wonder, was that it? Was it just a few short years where it seemed like we could change the world and then the world forgot? There's still a few places where we're trying to change, but they're so small. So, you seen anything really hilarious out here?
Hilarious. I will tell you about the music echoing off the Red Rocks in Denver.
Oh, come on. That shit's so fake. Back to nature. It was such a promise, living in Eden again. But floods and drought and aphids are also nature. So are broken legs, and miscarriages, and cancer.
Yes.
So anyway, got any good ghost stories? Anything scary or weird?
No, but I can provide you with a family journeying to a city of plenty.
Look, let's keep it copacetic. Our future? There's no reason the farm can't last forever. Until we blow up the earth or pave everything over anyway. But anyway,
Something funny. No. The fortune teller whose dark past stained the souls of all her clients.
Oh, shut up. Look, you work as hard as you can, and sometimes a bad season happens. Drought or flood. It's all just fate. We talked the whole night again. I've got to get ready to hit the road. You've probably got a long way to travel too, don't you? I found my kind of good life, but I can tell you're still searching for yours.
Indeed I am.
Maybe our paths are gonna cross again.
Ugh, back up
They
north.
tend to do that a lot, don't they? Keep looking for me on the roads.
Will do. Back north we go. And jump cut. How far do I got left? Okay. Gotta get through those mountain passes. Oh, God. Oh, God. Misclicked. Ugh. I will probably never play this game again, unfortunately. It's such a cool idea. The art and the visuals and the music are stunning, and it's fun doing the story stuff, but it is just not a fun, mechanically fun game to play. Up we go. Let's see what this story evolution over here is. Motor mouth. A simple ritual anyone can perform to find lost possessions. The story of the enchanted place where lost things are found. Good to hear. And off we go. This is probably the last time we're going to be talking with her. Faded is the crimson.
Hey, friend. I knew we'd run into each other again. You got a way of turning up. You want to hear more about the commune? Sure, I can tell you. I'm so grateful I ended up so.
Hopeful stories. I'm trying to find ones that I haven't done anything with yet. Joy, sadness. Here we go. Justice. Or the damned jailbird caught.
Sounds like a bad trip. Our morality? We still live the values. Even more, really. No burning gas up chasing the band, and we worked for our own food, and it all came straight from the earth. You know, I'd love to...
Good scary story. The gang notorious for blowing up prisons.
Sounds like some kind of dumb movie. We're still free. Free from the rat race, maybe freer from money and chemicals and concrete and IBM than other people. But it's lonely, and it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, you got any good sad ones stored up? I guess I want to cry a little.
Cry a little? The White Rider bearing the souls of the dead.
Oh, shut up. The commune probably seems like heaven from the outside. You talk to some people about it and they think what we have must be perfect. Everyone just working together and living on the land. I mean, it is pretty great, but it's also hard. A lot harder than it sounds. So anyway, got any good ghost stories? Anything scary or weird?
How about the story of the Chinese chef who could cook absolutely any ingredient into a delectable dish?
What, do you think that's cool? Sounds more like you made it up. Trust is a huge part of our deal. You really have to trust everyone when you live communally with them. Your life just depends on those people and their stability. So, you seen anything?
Feel hilarious? Probably not. Is there... Is there a single... I should have, like, 2 more that I have that she doesn't know yet, right? Journey for plenty. Cannibalize. Love. Oh, she already knew the story of the girls with the haunted house. That's why. Let's do the former Wall Street tycoon who became a bearded lady.
Look, let's keep it copacetic. Don't tell me that fake happy stuff. Oof, really drives me nuts. And yeah, we still believe in free love. We love each other, whatever that means to each of us. I have a feeling we may not see each other again. But I've told you my whole story, and you're still making yours. Be well, stranger. And remember that you are loved.
Aw, thank you, Rose. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Rose. So, hear this story. Story about the cannibal corn cult of Nebraska. Realize it's the corn farmers who started worshiping a pagan god to save their harvest. Alright, so what did I get from her? I think hers is the bandana. Red beer and smelly wood smoking dogs. No, that's Quinn's. Not the pocket watch. A pendant with a skull and distorted forehead. Oh yeah, because it has roses on it. The Portland, Oregon. Okay. Oh yeah, because that is where I met her the first time. But first, let's go to Jacksonville. I'm gonna travel up to Portland next though, because I'm gonna deal with August next, I think. Might as well get the one out of the way. Whoa. A story about the anarchist gang destroying prisons across the country. The gang of the notorious for blowing up prisons. It's all made up. Yep. His third eye is awakened. Alright, Jackson. Time to do stuff. I thought I was not going to do this, but honestly, we might as well. It's fun, kinda. Might alternate this with the current game I'm playing, other current game I'm playing, just to vary it up on the streams, but... let's see. Telling you about the woman who became a mother to monsters. You recognize the story about the little girl who raised a monster with love. Aw, very sweet. Such sweet. Such wow. And you? Bullshit or not. A story about Minneapolis, torn apart in a shooting war between strikers and cops. The cops who went to war against strikers in Minneapolis. Yep. And next you go here. Let's see. Your nephew. The story of the devil's killing smile. It's the damn jailbird caught. And so many of these stories are fully awakening. It's nice. A story about the labor war all across the West Coast. The maritime strikers murdered by police. This one for size. The story of the horse fungus spreading across the country. The horse with the disgusting human parasite. Yep. Pretty creepy story, honestly. Next we have back to you. These men lean against the wall. Launch to a group recitation of the mountains of Denver, which preserve voices as if in amber. It's a story about the music echoing off the red rocks in Denver. Yep. Of course it's real. I believe that one. And next we go up to here. Just about fine. About the cookhouse where the devil himself serves cursed meals to desperate travelers. What do you think? It's a great story. That one's from the one that started with a woman burning to death, if I remember correctly. That was a creepy-ass story. And leaning against the wall. They launch into a group recitation of La Llorona, the faceless woman who roamed the country looking for children to drown. Recognize the story. I'm gonna... Yep, La Llorona. La Llorona. Let's see. To a story about New Jericho, the golden city founded around the fountain of youth. It's the story of the family journeying to a city of plenty. New Jericho. Joshua won the battle of Jericho. There we go. Let's see. It's telling me about the Chinese chef who cooked world-famous cuisine with the help of a grim-featured kitchen angel. +2. +2s for the Chinese chef. Okay. I love that those typos came into that, because that's those. Apparently, like the ones that involve like Asian Americans and like Asian minority were added in a later patch because they apparently weren't in the base game, which interesting. Find out. But it's obvious that it was probably a little rushed because that's a thing that shouldn't be on the thing. The story about John Runciter, who exhibited dead animals at his circus. Runciter Circus. wonder if Frontier Circus is actually a real circus that happened. And the old man, let's see, launches into a story about the witch, her supplicant, and the poisonous road. It's the story of the cursed nightshade, but wilder and stranger. Yep, it was very strange. Here we go. Let's see. The man who turned wicked children into sheep and sold them for meat. Yep, it's the story of the teacher who turned a rowdy class of children into a flock of sheep. Yep. Then off we go to here. Policeman in a truck argues with him. As the man on the phone finishes a wild story about the murdered woman who wanders the Southwest seeking vengeance. Story of the beautiful ghost who haunts the women of a hotel, both the bits left out or replaced. And back we go this way. Also, the song that's playing right now, Soul Sucker Blues. Apparently, Soul Sucker Blues is a theme that Althea sings, which is one of the people we're actually supposed to meet. She's actually around Nashville right now, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Night. About the story about the cursed fortune teller fleeing the bargain she made long ago. It's the fortune teller whose dark past stained the souls of all her clients. Next. Yep. Next. There we go. Next. Let's see. Launches into a story about the sweet music that would lure children away, never to be seen again. A haunted store that lured little children with its music, but wilder and stranger. Yep. And back over here. Let's see. Want to hear a wild story of Casey Jones? It takes a couple minutes, but you recognize the story about Casey Jones. Okay, so they add to the story, but it just feels like they just cut it off. It's just, oh, the legend of Casey Jones. There we go. And against the wall. Group recitation of the triplet who killed his brothers from beyond the grave, interrupting one another. Story about the murdering twins who cannibalized their third brother. Yep. Good. So many stories now are doing what I need them to do. These men leaning against the wall of the hardware store, smoking and chatting. They wave you over. You heard this one before. The man who joined a wild turkey flock to be with his turkey lover. The turkey fell in love with a man. Yep. That's a normal ass story. Completely normal. Goes in. Story about the radio man who left his job to on land to provide an AM station to mermaids. The man who swam into the ocean to escape his troubles, but changed. What? That's an interesting way to explain the story, but alright. Let's see. A wild story about the boogeyman and his insatiable appetite for the most outrageous dreams. Yeah, it's the weird-ass demon thing that was in the Shady Town, where every citizen has been simply ludicrous dreams. Oh, the boogeyman. Group recitation of the 12 white riders carrying off a sinful soul, interrupting one another. Story about the white rider bearing the souls of the dead. Yep. How many more of these I got today? I'm coming up on the time I set myself for the stream, so finishes a wild story about the devil collecting his debt. The story of the man with the midnight wings. One also, okay, that one only partially awakened. All right. Recitation of the circus composed entirely of former Wall Street brokers. Story about the former Wall Street tycoon who became a bearded lady. There you go. Next we have this one. Back over here. Let's see. The woman seeking a kiss to release her from enchanted old age. It's the story of the old crone who can seduce a new traveler. She seduced me too, if I remember correctly, so... Over here. Let's see. The story of the unidentified flying objects. Sounds a lot like the lights in the desert which abduct travelers. Yep, because they are. They're UFOs. Next we have the story of the fairies who steal the downtrodden away to protect them. It's the story of the secret farm for the downtrodden. Aw. So the commune turns into something fantastical. Wonder if it's Rose's commune. Or something similar. Waitress of the diner. The story about the sinister peddler who killed entire towns with his cursed wares. It's the story of the serial murderer peddler who tests his poison on unsuspecting customers. I have such a repertoire of stories at this point. Let's see. A story about a witch girl who grew kittens on a tree in her backyard like apples. It's the witch girl and her kitten familiars. Oh, that's a cute one. That's a cute, fun finish to the story. Oh. I have officially finished them off. Huzzah. So now, the next bit is taking out all the ones that are fully awakened. Beautiful interracial wedding that's unaffected by evil. Sweet one. You for the farmers who hid their murdering son from the law. Circus composed entirely of former Wall Street brokers for the cart horse faster than a steam train. First fortune teller for the red creature with black fur in Detroit. New Jericho for... Oh, honest. Okay, so I saw you. The man who heard his death approaching, and the fisherman and his fish calling seagulls. Devil's Killing Smile. Sugar King farmer who took criminals from the jails and worked them in his fields until they died. Anarchist gang for the rising workers movement in New York. The Legend of Casey Jones for Joe Pullman, the porter. And Walking Willis for... Oh, Quinn's Adventure. Okay, so Joel Pullman's porter is the only one I haven't gotten for that one yet. For you... The boy whose shiftless father left him alone in the woods. That was like one of the first stories I ever got for this game. The La Llorona. Scary stories, spookum stories. The bear that eats the rich. That's a fun one. May not ever be able to become a billionaire, but at least, but maybe I'll be able to know what one tastes like. The Ghost of the Well-Heeled Hobo. Labor War for the shootout between the couple bootleggers and the cops. That one's so old too. How do I not have that one sorted out yet? Musician. Okay, so all these are done. Any more on here? No, so all these are done, though. I can take out Franklin's Travels, though. The Jersey Devil in there, because that's a good, scary one. August Tale for the Rival Architects. Okay. Alright. Doing pretty good, I think. So next, we're gonna actually go all the way up to Portland, Oregon. Because there is... Oh, August is like right here. Perfect. So that'll be what we do next time then.